Chun is just making these plays. He's shutting down every single one of them and immediately getting aggressive. Flop actually getting aggressive as well, getting a stun onto Sea-Doo. This could be the ice block. They're pushing for it. Dippy trying to make it happen, but the Ray of Hope is going to deny it for now.
Yep, it looks like it's a big Ray of Hope. Going to top Sam off. No Guardian Spear for 30 seconds, though, and the damage has just begun. Another Zwen. Huge karma is going to be committed by Chun-Li. I think this is an aggressive karma. No, he's anticipating it. He trinket karmas this go. It looks like Trill wanted to go after him again, and he's going to respect that damage and get the damage rolling. Back onto Sam AM. Leg sweep onto Trill. Leg sweep onto Sam AM. Grip onto Sea-Doo, but he gets capped out of it. The DB from Polymorphs and Polymorphs and Polymorphs from Sam AM trying to slow down this pressure. Ice Wall, though. This could be a spooky moment.
Oh, the vortex!
The vortex, the insane vortex makes that moment not so spooky. Insane plays from Flop. The double fear, though, it does get tremored by DP, and it looks like Flop, again, the swap target. He's in bear form for this, though, and Barkskin. Insane heads-up plays by this Restoration Druid just yet again.
That was sick. I've never seen that. Flop drops the Ursul's Vortex behind the ice wall, and it sucks the Rogue and the Mage to the wrong side of the wall. So they have to cancel the wall, and then he can heal his teammate again. That was amazing.
I didn't know that tech existed,
and then he pre-bear forms the next setup as well. Yeah, it's just Flop is seeing the Matrix right now. He's locked in absolutely, and the rest of the Ghostbusters are as well. But these Chun-Li swaps could be interesting. He has no trinket, and they realize that Ellie Shaman has so many defensive cooldowns to kind of rotate through right now that Chun-Li might just be a better option, even though he is an orc. Sea-Doo is trying to fear Dippy. They blind Flop. They're setting up a 3v1 on Chun-Li, but look, Trill can't get the stun because he gets leg swept first, and once again, Chun-Li kind of pulls the trigger first, and that's forcing them to go after Flop actually. They catch him out of form. Ring of Peace is going to connect there. Giga Tree gets committed, and every single time they are trying to get something done on Liquid, Chun is just there shutting it down with that answer every single time. There's a disarm, there's a paralyze, there's a leg sweep, there's a ring of peace. He always has something in his pocket, and when he's not stopping the ghost, he's doing a tremendous amount of damage on this Windwalker despite playing against RMP.
Yep. No, absolutely. There's the cheap shot. They're trying to get something done onto Chun-Li. He's in the starting room, man. He's like, listen, I am not going to overextend. I see your win condition. You're going to have to do something crazy. Flops in stealth, though. Let's see what he's going to get done with this. Who's he going to stun? Sam I am just getting lit up. He's going to pull this Windwalker back. He's like, if you're going to hit me, then you're going to have to overextend away from your healer. Flop, though, is the kill target for Trill. He sees it. The lasso goes out onto Sea-Doo. What can they get done on the swap on the Chun-Li? That's going to be the trinket defuse, but he gets stunned back into the smoke bomb. He finally gets out of it. He's going to catch some heals, but that was the karma. That's the trinket. That's the defuse. That's a lot of buttons, Eco.
Yeah, that was pretty much his entire spellbook here. Chun is going to be a very exposed target. He's going to need that Iron Bark here, potentially from Flop. Flop gets cheap shot, he trinkets the cheap shot, Iron Bark comes out. Is it going to be enough? Chun goes down.
Yes, let's go.
Damn.
Holy.
I can't hear you. 1 second.
And this hook point match, just not going after Flop as much and trying to see if they can get something going onto Chun instead, pays off.
Chun-Li, he's the kill target, baby. They're taking notes from EU.
Say something?
Yo.
Placeholder Demon Hunter for the team of Ghostbusters. I think that's the winning strategy, man. It's true. It's absolutely true. Port is a very short cooldown. Karma, it's a short cooldown. But if you have stun
I'm watching your stream, so it might feedback.
That is even an Orc Monk's worst nightmare, man. And when it comes to Dippy, he's doing a fantastic job rotating cooldowns with Flop.
Hello?
They just seem like so in sync. But with Chun-Li, he needs to be in an offensive position to get value. And they can take advantage of that. And I think they did a phenomenal job here.
I can hear Discord, so I don't know why I can't hear you.
Phenomenal job was enabled by this map choice. And that map choice is no longer going to be in their favor as we go to the match point game of this series. It's actually going to be Ghostbusters who will not only get to see the composition ahead of time, but also get to choose the map.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear you. I can see you queuing up. I don't know if it's me or not, but when I change channels, I can hear Discord, so it doesn't make sense that I wouldn't be able to hear you.
I don't know. Weird. I can hear you, and you're on
Test.
stream, so.
Yeah, I can hear this stuff.
See if I get one guide on solo shuffle. Yeah.
Hello?
What's up?
I can't hear anybody. Weird.
They are actually able to just crowd control and effectively.
Is,
I'm gonna exit
did you
Discord
get
and come back
different
in.
headset or?
Really cool.
Dude, absolutely. Good shoutcast. Honestly, when it comes to Liquid, I am genuinely so impressed. Like, I've seen Gustbusters go through Rogue Mage time after time again, but Liquid's ability to consistently pivot, and pivot on a dime, change their strategies every single round, constantly theory crafting, constantly
Hello?
looking for win conditions is what
Hello?
makes
Can't hear
this
you.
team better than the rest. It is why they are in the lower finals. It is
Hello?
why
Hello?
they're going the distance against Gustbusters. After
Say something now?
Went through Rogue Mage
Hello?
after
Hello?
Rogue Mage after Rogue Mage. But Gustbusters saw Hook Point, and they saw what it did for Liquid, and they brought us to the desert, Zico. They're bringing us to Tolvarov.
Nope, I got a cue.
Now Liquid's going to have to make another miracle happen yet again in game number 5 to get to the finals. No one wants to be eliminated in Cup number 2. Everyone wants to get this top 3 point, and this could really make an opportunity for some other teams
Say something now?
to get in there and show that they are top contenders.
What the
I
heck?
know Ghostbusters, they absolutely need these wins.
Ooh, this is going down to the wire. They both want it. They both want to face. Welcome.
Wait, say something now.
They both want to get to the grand finals, but only one team can
Nope,
do it.
still not.
We're going to Tolvir Arena, so a large reason why that match went heavily in Liquid's favor is just because the map is so small. But Tolvir Arena is also a scary place because it's a very large map, and on a large map, you find yourself isolated. You're on the wrong side of the wall. You could find yourself getting one shot there as well. So it's gonna be interesting, especially with the new strategy adaptations.
Say something now?
Clear win condition here
Hello?
on,
Hello?
On Chun. If you
I
can
give
get
up.
the smoke bomb go,
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
just drink a
I don't know.
you can get an
Maybe
ice
it's me.
go where you can maybe take him down. Something
Maybe
like
it's
that.
me.
If he gets
Who knows?
isolated like that, you could absolutely get
I don't know.
destroyed.
Why is this guy
But
good?
again, there has to be some part of their heads that's thinking this should have already been a 3-1 right now. We should have already been done with this.
Right.
And that's a dangerous thought, and not be thinking like that right now. You just have to lock in on this match right now and forget about anything that happened prior to this. You just have to think it's 0-0. It's a fresh game. This is our strategy. This is what we're doing. This is what they're doing, and this is how we're going to counter it. If you start thinking about what happened before, then you're losing the mental game big time.
Absolutely. When it going to get into that bear
Damn,
form in
dude.
the heart of the wild as well.
They're
empower
probably
those
gonna go
frenzied
me, I would
rejuvenations,
guess,
but he gets caught
'cause
into a
I feel like,
Maybe
is
it's
it
a
worse
switch
to
of
go
hands over
Ellie
onto
Mage
Chun-Li,
or
maybe
Ellie
swapping
or
over
Frost
onto
Mage?
Dippy.
I
Dippy
wonder.
dips down a little bit. Chun-Li not committing too
Go
much
Monk.
against the
Okay.
cooldowns. Liquid being very
Okay.
aggressive in this opener, but it doesn't look like it's not getting too
I
much
thought I had a
notice
pretty
yet,
good
but that
blink
trinket
counter
is a
spell on that guy,
huge win.
but apparently not.
Uh-oh. And they connect anything here to force Sean's trinket. This is a bad situation right now. Sean should be able to survive this, but now we
Should
are
have been
in a
Sheeping
very
Warrior, I
sketchy
guess.
position. Trill can just
Yo,
stun flop
Ellie,
into a blind,
let's go.
into a sap,
Let's go this
and they
way.
can kill Chun.
Let's go
He's
this
got
way.
no way
Let's
out
go
of
this
that
way.
one. So it's going to be up to Dippy to save the day. They can also blind flops and swap the flop and kill him. Right now, it is checkmate for Team Liquid, and we're not even 1 minute in. Dippy is going to have to make a miracle happen right now because they just need to pull the trigger on that, and they can just win the game. And it looks like they're setting up for Chun-Li right now. He is just going to be running with flop here. They are absolutely scared right now on Ghostbusters. There's the full Ring of Frost onto Dippy. There's the blind on flop. This is absolutely clean. I think Chun-Li might just be dead right here. They have follow-up stuns. They have a chastise. Oh my god, he gets the chastise. He gets the karma. Oh my goodness, Chun. There's a little bit of a gap in the stun lock. What happened there? They choke a little bit on Liquid. They go through the karma and the diffuse magic, by the way. But that was an insanely scary moment. And Ghostbusters, now having survived that, are kind of back in the game.
Dude, those trinkets was huge, and now that he's alive, Flop has Trinket back. He's got Ironbark back. Sam I Am being pushed very aggressively. They could continue to make swaps onto this monk on Tolvaron Arena. He does have to overextend quite a bit.
That was
They're
dumb
actually
of
swapping the
me.
damage over out onto Dippy, and I'm just looking at Sam and Chun. I think they're just kind of rotating.
That was
They're
dumb of
waiting for
me.
their DRs. They're waiting
Very
for their
bad at the
go.
game.
But Sam I Am, he needs to live. Ice wall goes down. Flop preemptively Ironbarks this ice wall. Chun-Li popping all of his offensive cooldowns to try to light up this Frost Mage, and he might just go down. He does. He actually does. That was the health swap. Another health swap that just.
Oh my God! Liquid loses, huh?
Death too little, too late. And Gustbusters find
I finally hear you.
here in game number 5, and they take down Sam I Am with both ice blocks available to them.
Oh my God, Ghostbusters are going to the grand finals. Oh, dude, this game looked the worst by far out of any of the games. This looked so bad for Ghostbusters. And in a blink of an eye, these are the moments where Sam gets chunked to 10%. They get the Ray of Hope. It looks really close, but he lives every single time.
Right,
but this time around, they don't find the answer. The Void Shift, it has that small little delay when it's traveling, and it doesn't go off in time. And I mean, honestly, this read right here with the pre-bark, as soon as they Dragon's Breath Chun there.
Say something again?
Okay, they're going to chain that with a kidney shot, and he's dead. And he manages to read that setup because that was with Icy Veins and everything. And he is able to survive that. And then, can we see the damage again? Like, what even was that? Was that deep?
It was Fist of Fury. It was big Chun damage. I mean, he had Zwen up. I mean, look at this. Strike of the Windlord as well. That Strike of the Windlord, it might slow your opponent down. It might be a big hit, but it's also a multiplier to your nature damage, which is a lot in Celestial Conduit. When he popped that Celestial Conduit, it also prevents him from being peeled. Just huge pressure at the very end there. Fist of Fury, to Elliot's point, is just so strong with the 4-set right now. Slicing Winds to start things off, you know, priming this mage up to half health already, you know, puts the ice wall down, and Chun-Li's like, oh, you think you're locked in here with me? I'm locked in here with you, brother. Huge damage. Oh, just dies in a wind shear, man. He dies in a wind shear and presses that, you know, other school, which is the void swap. So C2 didn't really have a choice to press any other button but that one because of that quick wind shear. Such a small window, and they capitalize on it. Insane play. Team Liquid might have gone down with a loss like that in the best of 5. It's true. That is so demoralizing, but they won a cross kill versus this team, and they went the distance with this team. No other rogue mage can say the same. Team Liquid should be holding their heads up high, but they're eliminated in 3rd place.
They played such a fantastic rogue mage series. I think maybe it's like a little bit of fatigue here because they played a lot of long games, you know, an entire best of 5. They just played as well before that against Welcome to the Jung, another game or another series that went all 5 games, right? So for them, it has been probably a very exhausting day of being locked in on that level. But I feel like this was their game, man. Like they had this so hard actually. They had that checkmate situation. All they had to do was just kidney flop into a blind, into a sap, while they go after Chun. They just had to DB Shun or chastise Shun when they commit the kidney shot, and then that's it. Like it was really in their grasp, and then they didn't have enough damage to take him down. Chun survives, and then they find that miracle burst. But here's the bracket. Liquid, you can see their journey here. 2-3 against Welcome to the Jung. 2-3 again against Ghostbusters. Meanwhile, Ghostbusters, man.
It's not working the way it should, but it'll work for me for tonight, I guess.
They certainly are. I mean, you guys have really already just touched on how incredible this team is. This is their first season playing together, and they're already making these kinds of runs. I cannot wait to see the potential fully unlocked, because I really don't even feel like we've seen everything that this team is capable of. They have been, you kind of said it actually during that series, Zico, that they're reminding me of Chewbacca, just not in the, you know, in the way that they're down there in the lower bracket as well, and have been clawing their way back up ever since. So here's a look at the standings, the updated standings right now. So they are in 3rd. They are tied currently with Tiger Toad, so they could solidify their spot there in the top 3. Liquid, they are out, as you can see there, and they're number 1 right now. So both of these teams in 2nd and 3rd place, looking to kind of switch things up here in the top 3 with the North American standings, since that is definitely a solid spot for Ghostbusters considering where they started off in this season. And welcome to the Jung. They are up there against them in the grand finals. Cannot wait for this series. I don't want to like spoil it. I really want to ask you guys what you think, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm spoiling it too much because I'm just so excited for each and every series. But in the meantime, do you guys want to play a game? Some time. Obviously, get ready.
Yeah. Wait, is it first though?
No.
Yeah, is it the word game?
It is the emoji
okay.
game. Yes. Don't worry, we
let's
can
lock in,
redeem
guys.
ourselves. Yes.
Don't worry.
Alright.
If it's too hard, I'll in cap, and then Zico will poly. Perfect.
Whoa.
All
Combo. All right.
You're just
Are we-
you're gonna have to go bear form, okay? Hi, you're the druid for
Sure.
some reason in this
Oh
situation.
yeah. Okay. Spells and
man.
abilities.
Spells and
What?
Spells
abilities.
and abilities.
This is
Okay.
one
Are these
spell?
One spell?
multiple abilities, or is it one? Yeah, is it one spell?
Can we get that at least? No? Okay. I mean, there's only one box at the bottom. It's got to be just one spell. Okay, what
This is
has
all one
rockets,
spell.
hammers, bow and arrows, spiders, biceps, green bubble? All right, maybe I want the words back. This is hard. Okay, it's a defensive ability. I think it's safe to say that this is defensive. Oh man.
Is it like something that blocks
With a
all of
spaceship
this damage? Is
and hammer?
yeah. What is the space?
I'm
What
so
is the spaceship
confused.
doing? There's a planet. Wait, are they tied together? Like
2 words.
like is the rocket and the
It's two
and the
words.
green circle?
Oh,
Is the
2
green
words.
circle supposed to be a planet?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't
2
know. Maybe it's just
words.
like could just be vibes, you know?
Is it
Yeah,
like
dude.
Are they sounding it out again? No, because like then
It's a spell and ability that has rockets,
I hate
hammers.
this so much.
Okay. I don't know. For some reason, explosive trap comes out to mind, but I have no idea what this spider is referencing.
Is it, I don't know.
There's
Yeah,
a
is this some kind
bicep.
of hunter
Maybe
ability?
it's some. I feel like it's what's that one trap that like is really annoying? That like kind of like explodes and like slows you really well.
From a hunter?
Yeah. It
Sorry,
looks
what
like
did you say? Are you talking about tar trap?
tar trap. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm thinking tar trap. Maybe I'm focusing too much on the arrow.
I have no idea.
Dude, I got no clue. But it's a defensive, right? So it can't be.
Is it a defensive?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, then what does this shield
I don't know.
represent? Okay, so all of these little icons on the left side are one word, and then the shield is another word?
Dude,
Maybe that's how it
I've
works?
given up. I'm gonna be
Something
honest. I'm
shield?
just waiting for production to show. I literally could not even begin to guess. I'm so confused.
That's so many icons. How do they?
There's
I
so
don't even
many
have a
abilities.
guess. I'm
All right.
20 seconds on the clock.
okay. So it's
Clutch up, Z.
I'm trying.
Oh,
Freezing trap. I don't know, dude.
Jurassic Park? No. We got another hint in their ear. We got told
Is
to think
it,
about
Wrong thing.
movies. Avengers Shield? Did I get it right?
Did you cheat?
Yeah, you did. What?
I did. I kind of cheated because I saw one of our production homies in chat say a shield.
Oh, they gave
But I
us
still
a hint.
Okay. Break this down for us,
That
though.
counts. That
I
counts.
don't
that counts.
get it. How does this?
Yeah, how is this Avengers Shield? Okay, wait. Let's.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
But Widow and Hawkeye. All right, bro. And Hulk. And then what's the
There- Okay, so
bicep?
the
Who's
icons
the
are supposed to
bicep?
represent the Avengers movie Thor, and then
Okay.
from that we were
Avengers
supposed to
Shield.
get Avengers. I'm mad. What in the heck?
All right, bro. Okay,
All right.
dude. Avengers.
Okay.
Shield. Okay, we got an even harder one.
Items and
A
equipment.
mermaid and an island and a ring.
Items and equipment. Okay, all right.
mermaid and island.
Is it a
ring.
specific item?
Probably, right?
It'd have to be.
So this is a specific item. Is it from
Okay.
this season? You're being
Sort
told
of?
it's sort of from this season?
Oh my gosh. Does it have stats on it?
We're straight
Or
up
is
just
it a
asking the
toy?
producers, by the way. It sort of has stats on it. The
I
wearable.
feel like
piece of it.
I
Is
feel
it
like
the,
Team Liquid after my
is it-
mage dies, man. I don't know how to pull this
I don't
miracle
know.
out, bro. This is so hard. What?
Is
I
it the
don't know why.
roulette ring? I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
is
I
a
only know
roulette ring?
PvP items.
The roulette ring,
Is
the
it a
spin
PvP
to win
item?
with the with the spin to
Okay,
win
okay.
thing.
Got a ring.
I don't think it's that.
You got it. You got it. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I can.
Is it the one
I
that you
only know
get from?
PvP
Wait, no,
items.
it's
Is
the
this
one
a
you get
PvP
from
item?
it's the one you get from the Siren Isles. It's the I don't know how to pronounce it. The Psyker. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Yay!
dude, you're so
Oh,
close.
you got it.
No,
I mean,
that was
I
the
really
one I
got
was
it.
gonna
Got partial
say.
credit.
Yeah, I just
Dude,
didn't know
you
how to
had it.
pronounce it.
You deserve partial. Yeah, you kind of.
can't I adjust this?
On there.
That makes sense. Siren
Kinda knew what
Isles,
was
the
going on there.
island, the ring. Okay. I was yeah. All right, so we've got two more
right, all
apparently. God,
I'm strictly
I'm
a PvP
suffering.
guy. Like taking some random world
Okay.
quest items like
Okay.
this, like that's not gonna fly.
I mean it's a good ring. Okay, we've got dude.
Bro.
Okay,
What
foot, brain, air. What is that? A cog and time.
Alter
It's a spell.
time.
Is it alter
it alter
time?
time?
I don't know.
No, because I feel
What's
like
the
it's got
cog
there's
wheel?
a foot.
Gust of wind. Like what's that? What's
Is-
that one shaman ability? What's the brain?
Oh, is it slicing wind?
Oh, could be. I mean, you'd think that there would be some.
Crushing
sort of
wind
sharp
kick?
object
No.
for slicing.
Precog.
What about like PI? I don't know. I see the brain. I see the time thing. I don't know what the heck the cogwheel or the foot's doing. Wind.
I don't know about the cog and the foot.
Is it Tiger's Kick and Tiger's Lust? I don't know. I see a foot and I just immediately think a monk, but then I see the time thing and I think mage. Cog is a very big clue. Oh, dude, what's it called, Zico? I'm not a mage. What's it called when you juke and the gem gives you an ability?
Oh, precognition.
Is it precognition?
It makes no sense.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay,
dude.
okay.
Your kicking is timing, yeah.
With the Guardian
So you get smart with the cog. I said precog, so I got it, but
Ooh.
it didn't really make sense.
14. We're in it. We're in it. All right.
Cyclone. I don't know. Cyclone. I'm trying to get one fast. I don't know what the stop thing was. Oh no, that would make sense. It's Cyclone.
Yeah, it looks like that. It looks
What
like
else could
Cyclone.
it be?
This is like it's a whirlwind and you can't do anything when you're in it, right?
Yeah.
It's the tornado from the old LeGrand Arena.
The fact that they have the fact that they haven't revealed it
Is
yet
it
makes me
not
think I'm
Cyclone?
wrong. Oh,
AWC.
Oh, it's the AWC team.
I can't hear you.
Ghostbuster.
Oh,
The game's too loud.
Nice.
All right. Nice.
Woo.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to send a dev shuffle right now.
I
Great
still I
job.
count that as a W. I count that as a W, even though we needed the hint.
Yeah, we'll take those.
Yeah, even.
Somewhere between 22 and 23 in the shuffle. Haven't really been queuing them. And then yesterday was like the highest I got, so somewhere around 2K. Currently 20 minutes into a 14-minute queue. I think that means there's like a lot of people queuing dev, right?
Versus Ghostbusters. Yeah, I almost got caught myself there because it's weird that they're not there, but it's Welcome to the Jump versus Ghostbusters. Definitely tune in for that. Best of 7. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Is that the queues are so long at this low of a rating? Oh, I just got a queue. Fuck yes. I'll pull it up on stream if I actually get in. I like using my Shattering Star right before I use my Mass Disintegrates. Is that right? Or am I supposed to send it before Fire Breath? Before the Fire Breaths. Hmm. Gotcha.
Mortals, I present a lucrative opportunity for those who prove themselves worthy.
Tip fire.
Many in the cartel are wagering
Just seems like 20% more damage on 2 mass disintegrates is insane.
to influence the outcome. Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
Power infusion. Power infusion. Alter time.
What is this ret doing, bro?
Polly. Success. Polly. 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 Success. Mind control. Success.
This is so annoying, bro.
Victory is clear.
Polly.
Our bargain is upheld.
Polly.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld. No matter who wins, we profit.
Power infusion. Power infusion. Polly. Polly.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld. No matter who wins.
Bro, that was so fucking dumb, man.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
Power infusion. Alter time. Vecchio. Fade. Alter time. Polly. 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 Success. Polly. Success. Polly. Polly. Success.
Victory is
Polly.
clear. Our bargain is upheld.
Alter time.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld.
Fucking DK did all the work there. Holy shit. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
I'm sorry.
Power infusion.
What the hell is this, bro?
No matter who
Easy peasy.
do not let the cartel down. We expect a return on our investment.
Power infusion. Alter time. Fade. Power infusion. Polly. 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 Alter time. Polly. Success. Polly. Polly. Success. Polly. Success. Vecchio. Vecchio.
This is so dumb. I can't, like, are mages just like anti-devs?
Alter time. Baking up. Pollen.
Victory is clear. Our bargain is upheld.
Power infusion. Mind control. Success.
No
Pollen.
matter who
I don't know what to do, dude. I fucking... Jesus Christ, man. They're so fucking loud. Oh, and the rat leaves. What up, Walk? How you doing, man?
Welcome to the Zhang.
I mean, yeah, I'm watching AWC. I was kind of using that Chill Jump as a cute excuse to watch it, but I'll run some as dev.
Putting out a ton of damage there in those.
If you guys are down for a bad dragon.
Credit, I think he did a really good job in this one. The strategy is basically when you have veins, play reckless. When you don't, play passive. Pull away.
Mage, dev, bar druid.
Chun-Li becomes difficult for Chun-Li. You can see he's getting feared off in the corner. He's getting polymorph. The ice wall comes down, and this is where they're able to just overwhelm with that icy veins. If he gets
I mean, it doesn't sound terrible. Didn't we do like okay with it last time we played it?
does not have
Are you memeing? Okay.
Overwhelm him. The icy veins catch him off guard. He was sitting on
Oh, you're talking about because
swiftness to get into tree.
I was the healer. I don't know. I don't.
Just to instantly activate it. And then maybe his second NS wasn't off cooldown. He's got like 4 seconds to it right now.
We don't have an MS, which is the big issue, right?
I think he only has 1 charge. NS trees. It's just not enough. It's just Nick just comboed him. It's the power of the veins. Do not disrespect the veins, or you will be in pain.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to send that, I'd be down.
Here. Oh, man, it felt like Ghostbusters had a huge lead, so for that one to slip away in a series like this, that's going to go back and forth. You could lose the entire series off just this first game.
Is it going to go back and forth? I mean, these
Or
teams
double
are both-
dev.
Sure, they got both ice locks out of the way. Could be back and forth. Welcome to the Jung, though. If they just keep locking this in, like, is this the best? Like, is this the best comp that Ghostbusters has available? Do you think?
To deal with Windwalker Mage. I feel like it's just their main comp. Like it's just what they've been running. They have played Ellie Hunter before. I think that maybe could do okay on a big map, but I feel like they're not going to change comp. I feel like this is just their lock-in. Ghostbusters are just Windwalker Ellie every single game. We just played bad, and they're going to run it again.
I think they might play Mage. I feel like there's a very small chance Dippy actually logs
Near
on Mage for this. Yeah, but with a Druid instead of a Priest.
Really need to? Like, I feel like they were so far ahead.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think it's a possibility. They might try Ellie one more time, but I think if they lose again, we're going to see Dippy switch over to the Mage. But yeah, it's a close match. I do feel like Ghostbusters, they weren't in a bad spot whatsoever. These are their preferred compositions, and it's going to be that Windwalker Druid Ellie, Windwalker Druid Frost Mage. They've tried a little bit of the jungle, didn't work out too well, and then they also tried the Marks Elemental Shaman, which also didn't work out too well. So they do have options, but it just seems like Windwalker Druid, the flop Chun-Li as like kind of a base, and then you can bring in different things. But
Okay, I'm wrong.
I don't know how I feel about this.
We're
I'm
both
not gonna
wrong.
lie.
No Windwalker Mage, no Windwalker Ellie, just bringing in the jungle, Beast Cleave. We've seen, or not Beast Cleave, Jungle Cleave. Going to be able to run down the Mage. We've seen a lot of Mage teams struggling with this. Locked in, we're able to beat Echo. But it is a double Druid jungle. So you lose the pressure of the Master Spell in that sense.
So maybe it's not as threatening, but I feel like this isn't a terrible idea. I feel like it's not. I think this could still do really well. With the Beast Mastery Hunter, you know, the Windwalker can't disrupt you as much. Grapple weapon basically does nothing to a Beast Mastery Hunter. They just keep spamming kill command. They can trank shot. They can do a bunch of other globals during that disarm timing. So as opposed to marksman, where you can get shut down completely.
I just got a shuffle though.
I don't completely hate this, but if it doesn't look good,
I'll skip it.
then yeah, I think
Nah, I'll skip.
on their LE.
I'll skip it if we're all ready.
It's a complete kind of paradigm shift with the team dynamic as well. You have Dippy going from playing an elemental shaman to now he's the front runner. He's the melee. He has to be in their face. You have Chun-Li going from playing a bruiser like a Windwalker monk to now playing a Beast Mastery Hunter. So a little bit of a different beat. They're going to have to adapt in terms of strategy. I will say, my experience tells me that Windwalker monk is not the best thing to keep a mage alive. If you're thinking of melee to help heal for you, kind of like warrior, you like rogue, you like feral, bringing lots of stuns and things like intervene. Windwalker monk is a little bit more difficult to actually stick on your target. So I wonder if Drake's going to have a difficult time actually peeling for his mage in this game and having uptime too is on the Beast Mastery Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. The Holy Priest also has
Give it up.
Nick also runs Snowdrift. Really only seen Cassia, I feel like, playing Snowdrift. I don't see it. I'm trying to think of the last mage that was really running it. It looks so good.
Sam
for
played
him.
it.
Did Sam play it? Okay, so Sam and Tessia, like the main mages, are looking for these kind of Snowdrift setups and landing these stuns. I feel like that could be a decent option. They have really good control for the pets with the mage snares and with the Frost Nova root and things like that. So they've got that covered on that front. But yeah, just peeling, keeping Dippy and Chun-Li. I like the advantage also that I like with Chun-Li and Dippy on Feral and Hunter is that you're less likely to be stacked. I feel like stacking against a Frost Mage is just like the #1 way to lose out in a game. So running one melee, one caster, I think is like absolutely a must. Not that maybe the Gustbusters would ever even really break out a double melee composition in this type of series, but Jungle has been roasting some mages. I think this is a good map for it. If somehow they lock in Cage of Carnage, then I don't want to see a BM Hunter. We've seen how badly that went in Europe for the Beast Mastery Hunter. Basically, they cut his damage in half, smite on that Beast Mastery Hunter. So I feel like this is Gustbusters trying to feel something out. Maybe this thing just absolutely dominates them, and if it does dominate them, then we're gonna be able to do this. I think Welcome to the Jungle are making a Dwarf Mage right now. Every time a team
Dwarf
uses
mage
this,
and a gnome Windwalker.
every time they use this tactical timeout, I swear it's because they don't have a dwarf ready. They didn't expect a feral druid, and they're like, oh, wait, we gotta make a dwarf mage really quick, because it's so important, especially during the incarnation window, that you can just completely wipe all of the feral druid bleeds and force them to ramp up again during their major cooldown. So really important to make sure that you've got the right racial selection here in a matchup like this. Welcome to the Jung versus the Gustbusters. Gustbusters have been dominating this lower bracket. They just knocked Liquid out, which is the #1 seed for North America, putting them in 3rd place. They're totally shaking things up. Welcome to the Jung knocked out the Toads as well earlier on in the upper bracket, so they're looking to try and reclaim their spot away from Liquid, as they are the reigning North American champions from the War Within Season 1. So a lot on the line for Welcome to the Jung, and it looks like we are jumping in, and they are running the Dark Iron. Drake still opting actually for the Orc here as opposed to the Gnome, so valuing that stun reduction. Maybe he is a bit worried about getting caught. We've seen a lot of players getting caught in stuns, and he also gets the extra damage bonus from that extra modifier.
All right, Nick playing the Snowdrift as well, so he's going to have that for not only potentially getting a stun on Dippy and Chun-Li, but more so just even get stuns on the pets. So the Beast Mastery Hunter pets are susceptible to stuns. He's a very interesting choice here for Gustbusters. I wouldn't have anticipated it, but one thing about Chun-Li is he's very good on his Hunter at kiting. One of the things he kind of excels at on that Hunter, so I'm really curious to see how Drake's going to have uptime here on Chun-Li, and how Chun-Li handles being trained in this match.
Getting Cyclones on Drake, the advantage of double druid. Can't stop all the points. Chun-Li popping Beast for Wrath, but Drake is popping cooldowns as well. This is Fury flying in, dropping to the Iron Guard this. Main stun Nick, staying aggressive, nice Scorpion staying on the tree there to silence Nick. Drake's icy veins. It's really important to contain the icy veins. He's cutting back, intimidation stun on the Monk, but a big swap on Dippy. Nick is just lobbing out damage to Jung behind. He goes from the bear, into the damage, walks into a Ring of Frost at a line of sight. He's going to be out of the game, possibly into a Fear to have it here. Yeah, Psychic Scream as well. Dipper's out of the game for some time during this Tree of Life. So Chun-Li is just going to be getting healed up in the middle, waiting for his cooldowns to reset, which he gets big cooldown for Chun-Li, and we'll just see him have that available so frequently with the reset bonuses here in the MMI.
And they're just kind of struggling to get out damage so far in this game. They're going after just one target, but Nick is taking some pressure here. Looks like Zheng will be able to top him off. He actually trades out his trinket. He gets trapped on his trinket. I don't know if it's going to net too much more. Chun-Li going for a feint death. He gets caught into a leg sweep, though, taking a bit of burst damage.
Cyclone.
Like he's going to be okay. Still has some exhilaration if he needs it.
Cyclone.
Opting not to. Flop has more than enough healing. Keep him
Cyclone.
alive, seemingly. Let's see. Does top him off now. Big swap on
Cyclone.
Drake, and I like this. You've got to go after Drake in this matchup. I feel like you cannot just be going after one target. Nick is playing super defensive here, too. So,
On a peril.
overextend. I want to go after him. Yeah, Nick almost died in the meantime, but I think he's going to be okay. He's got both ice blocks. He blinks behind the pillar, but once again, Gustbusters are making a push. This is not looking bad.
Gets your wrath up again here. Petra chopping, Victor's knocked. He kind of gets knocked away from Dippy. Unfortunately, so Dippy can't connect to anything. They got a Fist of Fury and Monk that's carrying all the attacks. Nice vortex on the slicing wings from Dippy. Pulling Drake in. Nick's resetting cooldowns are shifting power. We're following his point of view. He's trying to reset Frozen Orb with Blizzard. Pops out the Icy Veins. He's got his Water Elemental.
Let's just go for 1 second.
Caps and stuns. He's trinket. He's ramping up damage, getting ready to burst down Chun-Li. But Chun-Li has already responded and traded cooldowns. But Nick then blinks in and gets a counter spell, continuing the chain. Chun-Li has to trade out the aspect of the turtle and the tree as well from Flop. So this is a great push from Nick. It netted a ton of value.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm a little bit afraid for Chun-Li. He really doesn't have many defensives left. No trinket, no aspect of the turtle, really no nothing. Drake gets caught into the stun. I kind of like that they're going after the Windwalker Monk a lot more in this match. I feel like Dippy's on top of Drake, snaring him and stunning him. It's going to be a lot more difficult for him to get uptime. However, if you leave Nick open freely too long in the match, he's going to be able to potentially get off some crowd control. Slicing Winds comes in here from Drake. Dippy's in bear form. He's preemptively reading the damage. Silence now onto Nick. Chun-Li trying to make something happen here. Flop in the back line with lots of healing, just throwing in regrowth, trying to keep his team nice and aggressive, keep them topped off. Nick just blinking and displacing away, trying to just avoid this Beast Mastery Hunter at all costs.
He's got the bear out, and we've seen how much damage the bear and the boars can do together here for a Beast Mastery Hunter. Just that permanent uptime on Bestial Wrath. Tiger's Fury for Dippy, big damage in on Drake as Chun-Li is switching back to him, forcing him to retreat to the pillar. Now that he's recovered, he's trying to choose who he wants.
Mortals,
Split target
I
decision here.
present
Stun trap.
a
Nick tries to eat it, and he does
lucrative
actually get on top of that freezing trap.
for those
Good
who
positioning.
prove
Now we're
themselves
following
worthy
Drake. He's
of
swapping
the
between the
task.
Feral and the Hunter, but he's getting kited so effectively. Look at his
Many
roots
in
on
the
him.
cartel
Bouncing back to
are
Nick, who's playing
wagering
patiently
on
in the back,
who
waiting
are
for
the
his Icy
greater
Veins.
combatants.
His line of sighting damage and
Care
turtling it up.
to
Frost Nova on the
influence
pets.
the
Trying to
outcome.
get away from this big, bad bear. He drops down to Blizzard. Resetting that Frozen Orb. He's a couple seconds away from Icy Veins. He's just prepping for that. Avoiding the Hunter. Big chomp comes in from Dippy. Bestial Wrath
Gotcha.
again. Nick is going to line of sight with the barrier. He gets stunned, but he's behind the pillar. He's still taking a lot of damage. Chun-Li goes in. They're looking to force the block here, but Nick eats another freezing trap, and it resets all the bleeds. Poor Dippy, man. He's all his bleeds, and now he's caught in the stun. He at least bear formed it. That was a nice read from Dippy to get into bear form, and he got his survival instincts up. So really good call from Dippy on that swap back. He survives that wall attempt. Now he's trying to get back in on top of the mage. He's still on top of Chun-Li. Dippy's reloading those bleeds. He lands a full stun.
Oh my god, I got it grounding off, dude.
That's a lot of damage, and it looks like Zheng Bahai does not care. He just immediately recovers it.
That was
Yeah.
from Dippy. That was the incarnation at the same time. Chun-Li in the middle of the map getting kind of destroyed here. Goes for a scatter shot onto Drake. Are we going to see a follow-up Cyclone? We do. So Drake's in a Cyclone now. They got a full trap. Finally, Nick does not eat it. And they can get a little damage out. The full stun comes in. Zheng has a fear. Might just decide to trade it out here onto Dippy and slow down the rest of push here just a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. Nick going into the middle of the map. He's trying to reposition. Does not want to play on the same pillar, but Flop is going for Cyclones. He gets a Cyclone here on Drake. Chun-Li and Dippy are looking to push. Dippy, though, it looks like he's afraid to actually commit. He's going to be going in bear form. Potentially wanting to make a swap here on Drake. Do they have the damage to take him down? He's got no trinket. They're bleeding him up. Maybe Drake could be super vulnerable here.
All right, we're following Drake. He's trying to get aggressive. Nick is blinking in, but the priest isn't.
Are you winning, son? Yeah, we won that one with an AK healer.
Good control on. Combo, big Frostfire Bolt. Dippy bear forms it. Dippy, is he going to chase here? He is a bit worried about it. They want to go back on Drake with no touch of karma, but they're stacked up for a leg sweep. Drake punishes them with a double. Nick is free casting. Another freezing trap in the skies is going to be secured. Dippy looks for Cyclone. I think he's baiting a counter spell here. Counter shot in on Nick, but big pressure in on Drake. Drake needs to have his port down.
The new season of Last of Us comes out tonight
More of a target for the Gustbusters.
in about an hour, I think.
lost already. Drake now into a stun. A defensive ice wall comes down there from Nick. Just trying to isolate Drake a little bit or slow down the damage. Doesn't really accomplish too much there. Chun-Li is down to about 50% health. Both Drake, Nick, and Chun-Li are low, but Flop recovers his team. And right now, Gustbusters, they have a lot of pressure. This could be a potential.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people's opinions on what they hope they do and what they hope they don't do. I haven't played the second game, so
But there's still opportunities here for Gustbusters to get aggressive.
I have no idea what's supposed to happen.
Nick is going in for the kill. Big crit on Chun-Li with that ice lance, looking for a Ring of Frost on the pets. He blast waves them away. It's likely going to wrap around the corner, but a double in-cap Cyclone attempt. They paralyze the Cyclone. Nick's going to poly him possibly. They catch him in a fear. Just trying to keep Dippy at bay, and they fear all of the pets. Really good fear timing. Trying to toss out a flurry. Ice lance.
Okay, so you're saying Dragon Rage, Shattering Star, Eternity Surge, Tip, Fire Breath, and then do Disintegrates is the other way to do it. Yeah. I'm like so used to hitting Shattering Star right after Dragon Rage because it procs 2 jackpots.
This is a big mistake. They're getting blendered right now. They're becoming a Windwalker made smoothie. Look at this pressure coming out from Chun-Li. He's tearing in. Zhongba has to trade out Void Shift. Drake is still dying, even despite Void Shift and Karma. Nick is rotting. They clone Drake low, and right now Gustbusters are moving in for major cooldowns or even possibly a kill if Welcome to the Jungle are not careful.
I think Drake could easily die here soon. He has no cooldowns left. He's got no trinket whatsoever. Zhang has a lot of work ahead of him.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Make a push, a full stun here on Drake.
That's how bad I am at Dev PvE.
Nick still has not used a single ice block in this game, but the snowball pressure here from Gustbusters is quite high. At the same time, though, Dippy's getting low. He tries to play. Drake gets Dippy in a stun right now, putting out some serious pressure. There's a great backup there by Zhang Bahai. But it seems like Dippy's going to be completely fine. He's doing a good job playing defensive, kiting around when he needs to. The double stun comes in. Beautifully done. And Flop gets caught into a polymorph. Unlucky there on that one. Great play there by Nick, utilizing that icy veins. But
gotcha.
Cover is not looking too bad for the side of Gustbusters, but still a little bit dangerous. Nick goes into the ice block. Drake is low. He's got no touch of very afraid right now for Welcome to the Jung.
Oh, Ray of Hope is up. I think it's going to be positive here on Drake. As we're tracking Angel form on
I can't even see our opponents.
Barely neutral. He's just dead.
Just realized.
Immediately, can they scatter the trinket or stun the trinket on Zhongba here? Drake is likely to topple, and the jungle cleave is looking so good in the late game. We're getting to a 9-minute match. Dippy's lining on the wall, repositioning, getting in there, getting ready. Moonfires. He's got to shapeshift out of this root. He pre-bears, anticipating attack. He's trying to poke in from the left. Chun-Li on the right. They got a pincer maneuver here to keep them together. He's going to bear form as he's the target. He's going to let Chun-Li do the work. Tanks some of the damage, get leads up, probably go back into bear. He's taking a lot of damage back onto it coming through. He feels
I got on the pal now. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay on the. Yeah, this guy cast.
Stun comes through from Dippy. Massive damage is incoming. Into the scatter shot. Nick is rotting, but Dippy doesn't have a lot of bleed. He's actually caught in the leg sweep at the moment. Drake is going for the kill, looking to try and close this out with a meteor. Can they finish Dippy? They need to kill him now. Do they have the damage to do it? He bear forms. Frenzied regen. Trying to recover. Dampening is high. The game is starting to backfire. Dampening is a double-edged sword. It's going to be so difficult for the healers to top. They're completely out of mana.
Oh my god.
What Dippy's going to do? He needs to start trying to find
that was sad.
Further and further behind, but he's just forced him to bear. Dippy might go down here. This is unbelievable. Somehow, Welcome to the Jungle. They managed to hold on. Flop has nothing left in the tank whatsoever. But
I'm just on the fair lining the lock.
Absolutely beautiful. He needs to get a stun here onto Drake. They managed to find it. He's got no trinket, no karma. Drake could easily fall. Zhang has nothing left. He's got the Ray of Hope, but he's not going to have access to it. He's got no mana to heal anyways. This is
I'm back on the lock.
For Drake. Ghostbusters is making the push at the same time, though. Dippy is getting low. Drake, what's going to happen?
Okay.
It's a race to the finish at this point. Dippy goes down. I can't believe Zhang Bahai managed to keep him alive in those final moments. Somehow, Welcome to the Jungle. They
might be dead here.
And they're up 2-0 in the series.
Cyclone.
Play it out here, but
Success.
fine. Still sitting on block. Karma's coming up in 10 seconds.
How do you do that?
How did he do that?
How do you keep him alive?
Fear.
Where the team's coming from?
I mean, apotheosis, angel form, make your healing free. You can kind of just keep going with that. I think Serenity is also pretty low mana cost. It's like, unless you're pressured to spam flash heal, I think that he's doing okay as far as keeping him alive. But I don't know how they still have momentum around, because it felt like Chun-Li Dippy had control, and then they just lost it all at once. Maybe this is the case of just switching around too much. I don't know. It felt like Dippy was very concerned with making sure that he never got caught in the leg sweep. Maybe that hindered his overall damage output. He was not able to get like close to Chun-Li or close to Drake on damage on that feral druid. I think it's
And the Pharaoh.
to say that without being in air form, but pretty much every other moment prior to
No, stun the mage, stun the mage.
I'm not gonna go in.
Or the priest.
Patient, let the hunter pets do the work, and avoid some damage here. As soon as
He
Drake
trinket fade, I think.
Gold and Dippy is over for him, potentially for the travel form, for the knockout. Jungba has Raid, that's causing all the damage.
Bekia.
And monks also do like a pretty substantial amount of side healing, so when that Ray is up, it's just doubling all of the healing with the monk. So you just get popped off there with Ray of Hope and damage. I
Cyclone.
don't know, is Ray of Hope affected by
Nice.
It's like, how does Ray healed for so much? Like, how low is he here when he gets Ray? It's like 30%. He still gets completely top. 0 mana, 1 Serenity and 0 mana. He goes from 30% to top.
Swing.
A lot of healing, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't really know, but I kind of feel like Dippy and Chun-Li, they're going to mix it up after this. Like, what do you think? That was a long game. Like, if that's your win condition, I feel like that's a tall order. I think with how Nick was playing that, he handled the jungle pretty well.
I don't really feel like you can blind lock it either, is the problem. Maybe that's like a comp you pick, test it out, didn't work, and it's one of those things where you're trying to out-dampen Welcome to the Zhang, which are the most notorious dampening team. Likely in AWC, they probably have the highest average game duration of like any team if you looked at it over like the period of time that they've been playing as like most of their roster together. They're just the dominant dampeners. So Gustbusters don't want to do that again. It just looked like Dippy had to be worried the entire time about dying, and it didn't look like a really fun game for him. Whereas on Ellie, I think it looks a lot better for him. He looks really warmed up on it, ready to go. So I think that this is more. I think this is going to be a better matchup for them, and they've already looked so strong against some mage teams, and like they probably were going to win game 1. So maybe they thought they could cheese out like a kind of a counter pick setup and get like an easy win, and then they had to play a 10-minute game.
I think we have to go rogue, right?
Like when you're like little cheesy counter pick dampens your soul for 10 minutes. I don't know if that was worth it at that point, because like you need 4 wins, and these games are going to go the distance. Aside from like a massive mistake, right? Like if you do a no block Jones, like okay, the game can end fast, but when they're playing at the peak that they can, it's going the distance. It's like going plus minutes. So every 10-minute game like that you lose is
And the healer?
dampening you.
I don't get.
Tilting a little bit as well. So Ghostbusters keep this going. This is the advantage of just avoiding the lower bracket. They had to play it out against it. They play it out against the earlier team as well. So the Ghostbusters might just be running out of wind at this point.
And the healer? You get?
It is very mentally fatiguing playing at this level, putting out so much energy in all of these series. Like, this is really where you need that gamer endurance to pull out ahead. For someone that's been there, your mind is basically lost at this point, playing all day. So it's going to be tough, but this team's going to have to rise to the occasion. I feel like it was kind of a wasted game number 2, but luckily this is the best.
I'll peer out.
So they still have
Hang out.
4 tries here to actually pull off a win, and I kind of agree.
It's trinket from the healer.
Seems more solid. I kind of believe with Chun-Li on the Windwalker mode, it just seems like they have way more reps on this one. I think everyone's going to be a little bit more comfortable,
And the healer?
but this is still a very back and forth matchup.
I don't know, like if I predict this right, am I beating the coin? I don't know. I feel like I caught up a little bit in the last couple of series, but if I don't win this one,
And the rogue? Never mind.
I need the Ghostbusters to pull this off. I need them to pull it back. But Welcome to the Zhang has definitely returned to form, I want to say, from week 1 to week 2. Looked like they were trying to settle in on like what their compositions were going to be, what their strategies were going to be. I think Zhang Bahai getting comfortable on Holy Priest, coming off
Mind
Holy Collar
control.
from season 1 was definitely something to consider. Nice double leg sweep from Chun-Li, but Nick just gets bricked away. They didn't switch to Drake with an elemental stun with the lava burst. But just totally shaking that off, getting back on target. Icy Veins was up. Big Frank
Yep.
Dippy is just going to pop Ascendance and try to turn this around. It's a big question from here. Is he going to hold Ascendance until after the Angel? He's just going to shove it. Bloodlust, Ascendance, has Primordial Wave, big lava burst. He's just hoping he's going to out-damage the Angel healing right now. Angel's down, big lightning bolts crash in onto Nick, paralyzed on the healer. Another lava burst comes through. Felix
The road.
He's going to trade wall on the conduit. I think it's a fair trade for Veins plus Windwalker.
I have huge damage in like 10 seconds.
Nick, more than likely, is going to start playing really defensive. So when Baines is up, they try to completely overwhelm flop. Now that it's not available, Nick's going to be Nice ring of frost though, really nicely done. If you just keep it,
Come on, Rogue.
moving away, leaping back into the map, it gets tough with ring of frost, but good kiting there, keeps him alive. Now Flop has an opportunity to actually top him off. Very back and forth opener to this game. He'll be trying to get really cheeky there with that early ascendance and get some counter pressure rolling. They may actually get a little bit, but it hasn't been that scary yet for Nick. He sells both ice blocks. He's got his ult of time. He's got no trinket, so the next time somebody essentially lands a stun, as long as Zhang doesn't grip it, which he most likely will, it might be able to get some burst rolling onto Nick. There it is. There's the rake stun. Big damage here from Chun-Li, but Zhang prepares himself with the Guardian Spear.
Arena, where's my M+ gameplay?
Nice vortex from Flop holding Nick.
I think he did more than me on the scoreboard, right?
Nova. He's going to be able to Tiger Celeste out of that. Try and get back on target. Paralyze onto Zhang behind Dippy looking for Hex. Gets leg swept. Drake
On my screen it was like 5k more or whatever, 5 million more.
immediately on Dippy. Is Drake going to switch targets? Nick is getting blasted by Chun-Li at the same second.
Maybe.
Conduit. He manages to return the shimmer back into the corner. Nice stun from Flop.
Need to go craft piece of gear here.
High off that pillar, but he's kind of refusing to leave that pillar at the moment. Now, Zhang Bahai is also playing a gnome. I'm wondering if he's doing that for the mana in this type of matchup.
I think it's also for the Earth Grab Totem. I think priests all hate Earth Grab Totem, so maybe an opportunity just to...
Do 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 do.
And Flop's got to start getting some cycles from Drake if he's going to be able to assist Dippy.
Yeah, Ellie Windwalker specifically. They're running the exact comp that's playing right now.
Now he has to reposition.
Oh lord.
Chun-Li, nice double from Drake. Flop jumps in though and stuns.
Maybe we can trick people into thinking that we're actually playing AWC in 1900.
Get ready! It's about to go down!
Cyclone. Success.
On this Ellie. Back on the Windwalker.
Cyclone.
Okay. Trying the never mind. Stun in and fear the healer.
I'm gonna remember that one for a long Ooh, that's gonna hurt, but not for long.
a ton of damage available. This Icy Veins gets pulled out almost immediately, just going after Dippy. He gets caught into the stun. If Nick can channel out Frostfire Bolts here, it's going to be a nightmare for Dippy and Flop. Ancient of Lore gets cast out. It gets paralyzed on it, though. He's going for the hard cast on the Ancient of Lore. Is he going to find it? Oh, the Ring of Peace! Drake is just destroying Flop right now, but I don't know if it matters. The Ancient of Lore will land, and it looks like ultimately Dippy will recover, but I really like those plays by Drake. However, they weather the Icy Veins push, and Nick once again is on the back foot. There's big opportunities here for Dippy. He's got the Ascendants rolling back up. This is a massive potential play here for Gustbusters.
All right, openings here, and Flop's got Innervate, so he's got a couple seconds of free healing.
Did you guys see the interview of the UFC fighter who was like something along the lines of like, I goon too hard before a fight? We're gonna cut back on that before next camp.
Into the wings, possibly for crowd control, taking that range, but Nick is there. He decurses. Flop charges in, gets a stun for Chun-Li.
I'm not a big proponent of semen retention.
The synergy is out of this world. Now he's swapping to Zhang Bahai, gets the trinket. Nick is still in trouble. Dippy is grabbing. Gustbusters are looking strong to put a point on the board here in game number 3.
Yeah, finally Chun-Li getting control of the polymorphs, but Nick needs to be very careful. He shimmers away, and that's going to be the ice block. You want no part of that win there from Chun-Li. Drake continuing to make a push with a big Fist of Fury here onto Drake. Mana in favor of Gustbusters. Gustbusters, oh, can they do it? They have to hold on a little bit longer. Dippy is not messing around. He's just going to burrow underground immediately on that setup. This is the Icy Veins here for Nick once again. I think it's a problem.
I go Hunter, I think.
Maybe not. That ice wall is beautiful. Beautiful leg sweep as well. Nick trying to get there. Do they have any crowd control? Dippy might just get overwhelmed. He's holding on to the Astral Shift, playing very greedy, but greed is good. But unfortunately for him, Nick does have the Icy Veins. He interrupts Dippy. Icy Veins is up. Drake rolls over. Oh, both these casters are in a lot of trouble right now. But if Nick actually gets the cast, Dippy might be the one that falls.
Drake Karma as he sees Chun-Li coming to swap on him. They break Karma. They're busting through cooldowns on Drake. Now they're swapping back to Nick. They're going to get his greater invis pretty soon if they stay connected. Chun-Li, it looks like he's having a tough time deciding who he wants to attack. He's going after the healer now, so he can't void shift. It's actually so smart to get
on the Hunter.
low health, so he
And the healer.
access that vital cooldown in the near future.
He falls. I'm going. Oh, yeah.
Completely useless. They paralyze the priest. Nick still recovers though, even despite that. They might be able to kill the healer. The guy Drake Bob engages, slicing wind comes through into the maim, and somehow some way Shanghai is not dead. Drake denies it with the leg sweep. Now Dippy on the back foot. Miracle after miracle. These monks are playing completely out of their minds. It is utter madness here in game number 3, but Nick still has no blocks remaining.
The healer now.
Needs to get ready. It's massive pressure swelling up on the Nick. Voidship comes through. The Angels right.
How's he immune? What? Oh, he's got spell bop. Okay, you can't see it. That's kind of whack.
Dippy's gonna die. Chun-Li gets put into a stun. He can't go for the win. He's in a polymorph. Flop can't get there. He desperately tries to dispel it.
And the Hunter.
Zhongbai is totally out of mana. Chun-Li is going for a kill on the healer, but he's still getting polymorph. The mage
Yeah.
is recasting. He's got a comment.
Gonna fear that pally.
Dippy needs to trade out that stone bulwark almost as soon as possible. He drops it. He gets the high ground. He's stealing Z-Buy strategies here on Tiger's Peak. He's got the Z-axis on balcony. He gets a couple of seconds of free casting lava burst up here from the high ground.
It's done. That's all I got, though.
Zhongbai can't handle the damage. It's so high in the dampening, and the images will close it. Gustbusters get a point on the board.
Flop MVP. In those final moments when it looked like it was absolutely hopeless, he fakes a crucial interrupt from Nick, getting precognition. With that precognition, he got some work done. He channeled the Tranquility, and then he went into the Ancient of Lore after that. If that didn't happen, I think they were in trouble. So we can see it here. This is where he fakes the interrupt. This is the Tranquility. He has the presence of mind to cast the Ancient of Lore after that. So he knows Nature Swift is available. I think if he wasn't able to get that Tranquility and this tree form off, it could have been Dippy that potentially went down. But definitely great plays to keep his team nice and aggressive. And Gustbusters, they put that point on the board. Is this their chance to come back in the series? These games are so incredibly close.
I wouldn't say that it's guaranteed, but I definitely think sticking on this composition, I think is the move for them overall. Like
I don't think you needed to block either, because I rescued you and threw some heals, and Nano's out of CC like right as you blocked.
Even with the gnome pick, still can't keep the mana going through here into the late game. Even with the dispels, like if we're tracking dispels, I can imagine that Zhongbai likely has a lot of those onto the flame shocks of Dippy. That high ground from Dippy, he avoided the slicing winds hit.
Oh, good. Now we have a Cupid. Try to call it that you're stunned, and I'll see if I can like maybe rescue you out of a trap or something.
Watching Drake and Chun-Li literally clash on
I'll try to watch for it too, but
is very.
yeah.
I wish that the last series, honestly,
But,
that
like even if I get on top of you, maybe I take the trap instead of you,
because I feel like seeing this, and we don't get to see it. It's been a long time since we got to see like
which is different because it's survival too.
5 for
So
supremacy.
A lot of good monks. A lot of good Windwalker monks in North America. But yeah, super fun series. One thing I want to point out too, in those moments, Chun-Li, one thing he does a lot against mages, and if you're a Windwalker monk, you can do this too. If the mage is just slippery, you're not going to be able to get to him, but you can take a little bit more damage to win. Just put your images
Cyclone.
and then go attack something else. That is pretty effective. So just threw both these images onto the mage, who can't be kited, and the images you can't really get away from them, and then you just go attack the monk, go attack anything else.
and the Paladin.
With your 2 images. So smart plays there, definitely something to look out for in these games. Gustbusters, they get their first point on the board, and they have had a long day. Let's just be honest, it was mentally fatiguing, de-dampening, dealing with these mages, going for cover.
And the healer?
Every one of these icy veins. These
To
are
record average game.
Playing both.
Let's say there's 7 games. Each game is 10 minutes. That means it's over an hour-long series, possibly.
Yep.
So, like, who benefits more from fatigue? I feel like
I'm on the red.
I don't know. I don't think
Can I feel the hero that is?
If you're a frost mage and you're getting
Back on the hunter.
wind sheared and grounded and Chun-Li's just one-shotting you, it's not easy either. I mean, these healers are probably just,
I tried.
shout out to the
That was too far, else I could have gotten it.
left, right, and center. Like sometimes we don't highlight the healers enough, but yeah, both Flop and Django High are literal miracle workers in these series, dealing with the burst of like a Windwalker monk plus Veins, a Windwalker monk plus Ascendants. No easy task. These players
If I was closer, I 100% would have saved you from that trap. I just had to like move 2 steps before I could hit rescue, so it went off like right as I got to you.
to decide who is the Wind Lord of North America in Cup number 2. Rogue meta is out. Nobody knows what the current meta is 100%. Is it Monk? Is it Feral? Is it Ellie? Is it Mage? It's still looking very unstable on that front. D-Machine is still likely, he's in the lead on his prediction. Might end up with another perfect one and be ending the weekend back here with a crazy prediction score. So let's see if they can pull it off. I believe we're going to a smaller map overall for the Mage team, or maybe just a neutral map. But it seems like he's okay. So Monk. I should try to think how this plays out now with Ellie on the small map. There's no Z-axis advantage. I actually wonder if there's more maps that Dippy could abuse. I actually think Cage of Carnage could be a really good map for Ellie against a Monk, where you just like jump up, knock them down, and get some Z-axis advantage there, because it was definitely clutch. And we're seeing Ellie Shamans now really picking Tiger's Peak reliably for just that balcony advantage. But Blackrook provides a lot more defense for the Monks. But I feel like if you get maybe it's to bait the Monk in the room and sheep him. Maybe that's what they're trying to do with this map.
And maybe put him in jail, like bring him in, ice wall him off, like just keep him in prison there. But I feel like as a mage, I hate this map.
In combat.
I don't like this map at all as a mage into an elemental shaman. So welcome to the jungle. They must have a game plan. I'm really curious to see.
Bring the rogue.
But this is a map I would actually expect Gustbusters to pick in a matchup like this. Because it really seems like to me, Nick wants to create as much space as possible. He's trying to run away. The problem with dragging into the room is it creates opportunities for somebody to actually land like double leg sweeps, If Zhang Bahai is in the room with Nick, it's not that hard for somebody to land those doubles. We potentially even keep them
On the Druid.
a piece, but we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do. These two Titan teams going head to head. Finals for North America has been a banger so far.
Ran the Druid. Out of this.
Cyclone.
Full cap.
Nick into a leg sweep, monstrous
Cyclone.
damage.
Repentance.
Bahai's ready for it. He's
Cyclone.
neutral. He's restabilizing the team.
Another cap.
Falling behind, but Flop is ready with tree form. Good exchange from the healers.
Okay, we're on rig there, right?
Initial assault, and Dippy was actually patient. He held his ascendants right here for a blast of damage after the angel form from Zhang Bahai. It's now going to force the Guardian Spirit on top of it. Flop gets
Cyclone.
flashed into a leg sweep. Big swap.
Bro,
Great anticipation.
It's pissing me off, man. I fear their Druid.
Possibly a psychic scream. Zhang Bahai's position. He gets to make it
Cyclone.
his way. Dippy's blasting him. Zhang Bahai goes into the air pretty high there with the Dispel and Flame Talk and a Whirlwind Dragon Punch at the same time. But he's going to be able to recover
Baking
him
out.
more than I can imagine.
Baking out.
The Flop is using Tree basically on cooldown for mana reasons. He's using Innervate on cooldown for mana
Repentance.
Cap.
reasons to try to maximize any sorts of opportunities there. Playing far back in the field to get max distance
Repentance.
from a Monk swap or paralyzed. Nice in cat form with the rake stun. targeted down barriers. They purge the barrier. Big damage crashing in on Nick. Jungbahai immediately uses Apotheosis, chaining those one after the other to maximize his mana efficiency.
Cyclone.
This is a game that is going to come down to just minor
Repentance.
efficiencies over your opponent.
Success.
Yeah, double leg
Repentance.
sweep going in. Nicely done there by Drake. He gets the double onto Chun-Li, onto Dippy.
Repentance.
Off in the back line.
Gonna try to fear him.
Star Surge when he can as well. So really get pressure here on Nick, and Nick is taking a ton
And
of
again.
pressure. Oh, he needs to be very careful. We've seen Mages get one
Cyclone.
shot by this
Nice.
before, and it could happen again. Nick shimmers away to safety. Jungbahai not in any crowd control right now, just throwing in heals. Looks like he might be okay. Oh no, Nick! He's in so much trouble.
I
That
think
wind
they
shear
procced
is beautiful. And I think they did proc the Guardian Spirit. You're right. Massive damage there by Chun-Li and Dippy.
Whoa, big swap. Big
Dude,
swap.
like
Chun-Li is there.
I have something in my UI that's not like,
Ring of Peace is getting Jungbahai
or I need to fix my UI because it's like not showing when they're using like magic immunities. So I'm just sending disintegrates into fucking Cloak of Shadows.
Blasted. He's getting destroyed. So much damage is coming from Dustbusters, man. Despite this being a marathon, they've still got energy. They've still got spice here on their side as they're lobbing in lava burst after lava burst onto Nick. Lightning bolt into lightning lasso. Big combos. Jungbahai's in angel form, and he gets big value from this. He got a bunch of flash heals off for free during that. He's very happy about scoring that angel timing on that burst. Drake gets vortexed. Excellent vortex from Flop. He's in cat form. He's jumping in. He's looking for a stun. He finds it, but Drake trinkets it to go after Flop and punish him for getting aggressive. Flop just retreats back behind that ramp. Drake is switching back, or Drake is switching back to Dippy, paralyzed, but Nick is low. Ray of Hope on the leg sweep. Needs to be positive. Star Surges are coming in. They're slicing winds into it. They're trying to cut through to make it negative, but they can't. Massive heals in Defiance. They actually just kill him. He's just dead twice. Dippy is still...
Okay.
Requiem. Ascendance. True shot.
I'm grounding.
Requiem. Hex.
You're in the hunter.
Not worked out for them whatsoever. Gustbusters had massive uptime on the mage. It felt really difficult for Nick to actually find any kind of position to pull away. Like, the main benefit of the mage is you can actually run away from the Ellie and the Druid and get crowd control on the Windwalker Monk. In this map, that didn't happen. Chun-Li was being dispelled out of everything. He was all over the map. He just one-shotting Nick. Every single time he has a Celestial Conduit and images, it's just an ice block. This Stormkeeper just completely destroyed Nick in these final moments, and I feel like they're waking up. They tied this series up, and I kind of wonder if Welcome to the Jung, what they're going to do. Like, do they need just a really big map, or do they need new composition?
I mean, we saw Trill switch, but I feel like that was more or less like they've put so much practice into RMP. What about like Feral?
Go both.
Is just the Ellie just died to the Windwalker? I love how the animation on Flop makes it look like he got the kill. Like you see him in bear form, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty
big
sure it's just
bears.
an auto attack. I swear it's just swipe. I swear he literally just used swipe, but when you look at the animation, it looks like Flop killed him, but he probably hit him for like 2k damage or something. It's not even. He didn't hit him for anything right there at the end of the game, but with the animation, it looks like he did. Watch Flop. There's no way that was him. That hit for like 100 damage if we get the clean blow log. I bet it's like less than 200 damage or something that he did, but it looks like he killed him. But they're winning games faster, so maybe it's possible that this on purpose. I feel like that map backfired, like you said, really hard. Small map, flat flopping around everywhere. Now you're going to place the line of sight.
Power infusion. Yes.
Fury tick. Look at that.
Faith.
I told you, man. You guys were laughing at me yesterday when I said a million Fist of Fury tick.
Oh, I'm thinking of a touch of that. Where's the air form hit? Did it not even go off? I don't see it.
Nah, that's the 45k.
I saw his hand swipe.
It's the 45k, I think. That's like
Avenging Wrath.
doesn't even register.
Oh, it's so
Too low.
small it can't even show up on the log. Flop is trying to make plays, but it's just the rest of Druids just don't do damage. He was bad.
I mean, can we also let's just look at this though? I mean, Chun-Li slicing wins 2.2 million, Lightning Bolt 1.4, Lightning Bolt 2.2, Fist of Fury 1.3, Earthshock 1. Like I've never seen so many M's. Just M after M after M. Like millions and millions of
Dr.
damage.
Evil pinky to the cheek face. Just 1 million Fist of Fury.
I don't like this map
Touch of
again.
death.
Oh,
They're switching. They're going feral.
Druid
They're also
matchup?
playing Resto Druid.
Are you kidding?
Chung
me?
Bahai wants to go toe to toe with Flop on Resto Druid right now. Who is the better tree? Who is NA
Flop.
Yggdrasil?
Flop is great and powerful. Like he is the powerful tree right now, in my opinion, in North America, based off of what I've seen. So, like in a Druid versus Druid head to head, I feel like I'm gonna give an edge. Like if we just break this down, like Druid versus Druid, I give a slight edge here to Gustbusters.
Boomba
Ellie
clock.
Shaman, I'm honestly, I've been impressed by Dippy. I feel like Dippy's doing great, but other than Prev, I feel like it's relatively even. Chun-Li and Drake. Drake's actually not opting to play on the Windwalker monk, so.
Oh,
I feel like
Chun-Li.
that's-
That's a statement.
Damn.
Power points for Chun-Li.
Trill swapped off. That was a statement.
Nobody
right
wants
there.
to fight Chun-Li on the monk here.
Drake's backing up. He's like, all right, Chun-Li, I'm backing it up. Because like they could mirror them, you know,
Yeah.
if they wanted to.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. I know I'm coming across as a big Chun-Li fanboy. I am, but I've like when I played monk a lot, that was like kind of like my main thing. Chun-Li was the only monk I played against him, and he made me feel like a noob. Like I just felt like I sucked, you know. So like,
Oh,
yeah,
there's the druid, bro. Look at that, 45,000 flops.
What
A
do you seek?
big winner right there. So much resto druid damage, man. That was
At least he
100%
did it.
the reason he died.
what if
right
he
there.
lived with 44k health? You know?
I mean, it was overkilled by 3.8 million, but okay.
Yeah, but he put him in touch of death range, so that's the diff.
I guess if he did, yeah.
I mean, look at him. He's
Find what you
15%
seek.
until the melee hit
That
comes
actually,
in.
oh my god, are you...
Look at that. He's
Is
15%.
Flop's little 45k bear form auto attack actually the reason he died?
That's the story we're gonna tell. Whether it's true or not, that's the story.
I mean, it was technically fully absorbed, so I think it didn't hit him.
Said,
to put him
please.
to that. Okay, fine. We'll give his bear form auto attack, the biggest auto attack of history from a resto druid coming in here for Flop, and Zhang Bahai, man, he's making
Zhang Bahai.
Druid gets the edge later on, but Flop is just an acrobatist on this druid. He's just everywhere on the map. He's like Spider-Man. It's just he is all over the place, catching stuns on everybody, keeping his team top, never in a bad spot, ignoring that 1-2v3 turnaround where I think he just thought the game was over. Aside from that, like Flop has had an amazing tournament on druid. So for Zhang Bahai to make this switch up here, like, is he gonna be able to keep up? Is he gonna be able to keep up with the Flop? Because the Flop is back, man. The Gustbusters are looking like a serious contender moving towards the end of Cup 2 and into Cup 3. And what is even gonna happen in Cup 3? Like, we're only halfway through this series, man. It's a best of 7. Both teams need to get 2 more wins in order to claim Cup 2 champion title, earn the lion's share of the points, earn the big prize pool, get back into week 3, and really start to try to make sure that they're getting a top 3 position so they can avoid the gauntlet, because we have seen teams run from the bottom of the gauntlet all the way back into the top 4. So you don't want to leave that up to chance. You want as many points as possible and be safe and snuggy in that top 3. But we're jumping into Dalaran Sewers. It's a hectic map with this waterfall coming down in the middle periodically. Time to sight your attacks.
Self-reflection.
It's open. They're going to get pumped out of the fight. Elemental Shaman versus Elemental Shaman. Prev versus Dippy. Who's going to be the Thunder God of North America?
AWC coming in here from Chun-Li as well. I feel like Drake could be a target in this game. They're going after him. Chun-Li really testing him here. Big slicing wins there onto Prev.
Ice.
Saying it's already in that tree form of Ancient of Lord. It's throwing a big heal for a team, trying to keep them nice and healthy. Dippy in a lightning lasso right now, but it seems like Flop should be able to keep him alive. There's just big pressure, and I mean, I think Drake, one thing he's going to try to do in this game is go after Flop quite a bit. And that might be one of the advantages they have, potentially. If they get bleeds on all 3 members, it might be more difficult for Flop to actually heal through that spread pressure.
Flop's in tree. Jungbahai's already used his, and he's started wild. So Flop, I think, is
100.
ahead on cooldowns at this point.
Rounds.
Down, Chun-Li gets cloned up though. Gets cloned from Jungbahai. He's getting combo points on the clone. Really heads up to Jungbahai. Now he's likely got 5 combo points for free for a main stun. Flop is now into a cycle from Drake. Dippy is getting chomped here in game number 5. He manages to recover. Flop Iron Barks in exchanges. Jungbahai gets sheared for a moment from Dippy. He's trying to poke him. Jungbahai's looking for more clones. He's not finding them. He's a bit afraid. Chun-Li's pressuring him while he doesn't have Bark Skin. He's still hard of the wild. So he's paralyzed. Big setup on Chun-Li. Pops in the back with 2 major shifting charges. They should be able to keep him stable. Blade Lasso. Try and catch Jungbahai. They're really testing Jungbahai on the Druid, I think, by attacking him too much. So far, Jungbahai is deflecting every single thing thrown at him.
Yeah, I think it's really important to do that as well when someone's logging on an alt. I think Jungbahai is quite an experienced Druid. But you can see welcome.
I'm taking big damage here.
Pressure lead here. Dippy's down to 50% health. We got a Cyclone on Chun-Li. Not looking
And the Druid.
from Welcome to the Jung. Kind of yoinking the competition's Gustbusters, and they can't look good here in this 5th game of the series. Now counter here by Gustbusters. Prev is getting low. Big damage here from Chun-Li. They're making a swap onto Zhangbahai. Massive pressure. Can they take him down? The stun comes in. Chun-Li is just doing tons of damage. Looks like Zhangbahai will recover, but that's his trinket and his bark skin. So there are openings here for the side of Gustbusters.
Drake's got Heart of the Wild Bear form. Dippy is just standing on top of Jungbahai at the moment. He'll recover back behind the pillar. Go ahead on that. Swap is back in the bear form. Rolling Dragon Punch up in the sky. Big connect from Chun-Li. Chun-Li is just owning him by himself. What is this damage from Chun-Li? Oh no, he runs in the line of sight of Dippy too. Drake knocks Dippy off the side. Jungbahai is just desperate, bro. He's just sitting in bear form, praying that he doesn't die right now. Bear forms the stun. They Cyclone Chun-Li. Slow down the bleeding. Jungbahai should be able to escape here, but he's got Flop on the other side. Might clone him. Another big connect. Jungbahai needs to figure out where he needs to go right now because he's stuck in the middle, taking a lot of damage. Flop jumps in the tree. He'll be alright. Jungbahai repositions. Looks like Chun isn't going after him just yet, but Dippy is still chasing him down. He's got tree. Oh, he knocked him. He booped. Oh, he wild Drake stayed there so Jungbahai can jump back up. That was great teamwork from Drake and Jungbahai because that tree form walks so slow. If he didn't get that wild charge defensively to get back up here, it might have been game over, but he gets caught in another leg sweep. Barkskin, they stun Chun-Li. Look at that stun. It should be enough here.
I'm dead.
Really good teamwork, though, from Drake there to give Jungbahai that wild charge to get back up.
Got the Celestial Conduit, though. I think Chun-Li's going to kill Zhangbahai. If they can catch him in a stun, if Flop moves in and gets a stun, I think they might be able to close it out. They got the Celestial Conduit. There's no Bark Skin, but they're just going for Prev. Prev could just outright die. Zhangbahai behind the pillar right now. Chun-Li rolls over, gets the Spear Hand Sprite, going for the Conduit, and that's what I'm talking about. Looks like a little bit of damage, but Zhangbahai seems to be fine with that.
I don't know. I don't know if the war is the answer there. I want to try Ellie next time. It just never felt like he was in danger. I don't know. I'm good, Baker. How are you, man?
You should survive. Another win share on Jungbahai. Dippy is still harassing the healer, but mana is even despite their best efforts. Prev is a target, no trinket, but actually cap stun him, so they can't really capitalize on that. Starsters is coming in, but Jungbahai blocks it. He's got tree. Flop's got tree available as well. He's likely going to go into that pretty soon. Maybe he wants to save it for the incarnation, actually. It's coming up for Drake in about 16 seconds. He goes for a bash. I'm going to try and get some crowd control on Drake. They swap to him behind the pillar with a vortex pinning him. He gets pulled back in to Chun-Li's clutches. It's not enough. Chun-Li swaps back. Big primordial wave onto Flop. Jung Bahai and Flop hide
Vibing. Very nice. Very nice.
that these Ellie Shamans don't look their way. Chun-Li's taking some big cracks from Prev. He gets Cyclone low health. He's going to trinket that right away and diffuse magic. Flop gets caught in a stun. Chun-Li gets cloned again. Jung Bahai's having a good moment here. And they're going to swap to Chun-Li out of the Cyclone. Flop Iron Barks. He will recover. Dippy's got Astral Shift coming off cooldown pretty soon. I can't say who's going to win this one. And this is such an important round for both teams if they want that swing match advantage.
Yeah, this is a really big game between these two teams. Dippy getting low, but Prev at the same time is just getting one shot. This is the overwhelming damage that Chun-Li has available. He's going after Zhang Bahai, but he pre-bear forms it once again. It might not matter. I mean, the Celestial Conduit just devastating Zhang Bahai right now. Disorienting Roar might be enough. Chun-Li finally gets controlled, and I think Zhang Bahai has a weather the storm. Now welcome to the jungle. They have opportunities to get aggressive, but still not going to have an incarnation for quite some time. This is just such a back-and-forth game. Drake can't get a swap on Flop. What are you going to do, Flop? He's going to trade out the Bark skin. Chun-Li right now moving over back onto Prev, trying to get some damage rolling. Looks like Welcome to the Jungle is fully recovered, but that can change really fast with this Fist of Fury.
They're okay with this tree. Flop seems in trouble though. No ancient before for 40 seconds. Karma for Chun-Li, a bit preemptive here. He just needs to stay aggressive on Drake, but Drake has a lot of options. Flop is actually further behind on mana. Drake and Prev are owning the damage meter. Dippy is getting completely
And the Hunter.
destroyed at the moment. He needs to build up that gap because they cannot win with this damage output in dampening at the moment. Flop gets caught. Massive damage incoming. Is he going to drop? Denies the kill. Ring of Peace comes down. Flop's going to reposition. Paralyzed Drake. They can't jump behind. Maybe if they can just blast him down and Flop won't matter that they're so far behind on damage. But Chun-Li is getting owned as well. In-cap Roar behind the corner. Flop.
And the healer.
Everybody is dead on the Gustbusters. They're stacking up. They're getting bled. Everybody's dying. But Flop has Ancient of Glory. He's a giant tree. And he is spreading good news and rejuvenations to everybody to recover from that giant swarm of damage thrown
All right.
to the team. Somebody gets caught.
Carrying the Druid.
Walker's Grace to immune the kick. Drake looks for a Cyclone on it. Able to find it. Prev is getting smacked. He jumps back up. Oh, they
On the Hunter.
to pull him back downstairs. Nice play from Chun-Li. And do they catch? Nice. They knock up Drake on his Cyclone. Flop is safe from that for a moment. He pre-Iron Barks, anticipating the attacks, and it is getting hectic. It is getting crazy here in game number 5.
Zhang Bahai has the
I got one right now.
back and forth between these two teams.
I'm gonna pull him back here, and I'm gonna do it. Go ahead and ice wall. Go ahead and ice wall.
Has him fully hotted. He's got every single heal in the game on him right now. I think Prev's gonna be okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna be on the Hunter over here by myself.
Damage rolling.
Carrying the Druid.
Has mana. Flop though, he's so far behind. Everyone is rotting down. Welcome to the Jung, asserting dominance in this game. I mean, their damage.
They're up to the Druid. I'd be able to switch Druid.
And Dippy battle it back.
Nice. Yeah, that works.
For their team. Looks like Flop's gonna recover his team with the Tranquility. Beautifully done. And now it might be Prev that ends up falling.
All right, great recovery. Zhang Bahai is in cat, gets a stun in on Dippy. I feel like Zhang Bahai's having a great game. You know, he's been tested a lot by Dippy, and Chun-Li hasn't fallen over, even come close.
No, you're good.
Head on mana, he's getting stuns, but Prev falls a bit behind here, jumps off the side.
It worked.
Chun-Li clashes him again into a slicing wind. Images are popped. It's big damage incoming onto Prev, but Chun seems to be the one who's falling behind. He pre-diffuses. He ring a pieces Zhang on his clone. Chun-Li is going crazy right now. Dippy's on top of the Druid. Windshire's the Cyclone, and he's got massive damage here with that Primordial Wave. In about 20, actually just popped it. Now Prev has his Primordial Wave. When's he gonna lob it? He jumps back to the high ground, maybe to go after Flop a little bit. He's got a lot of damage loaded up here. Dippy's getting destroyed. I don't know if Flop can keep up with this. There's not a lot of options left for him. It's a lot of damage. He tries to, he gets knocked off the side. He's holding on by a thread. It's not enough, but Prev is gonna go down. He burrows, and he will stay alive. They got survival instincts. They got more than enough options, and welcome to the Jung. They bring in Prev, and Prev delivers, dominates the damage meter exactly when they needed him.
I mean, that's a pretty big differential in that game. I will say that Drake has more stuns to control Dippy a little bit, but in a matchup like this that's so pressure oriented, you know, it's not always that damage tells the story of the game, but damage is certainly helpful in a matchup like this. It's going 8.5 minutes. Dampening is so high. It really creates this differential where, you know, Zhang Bahai doesn't have to heal nearly as much as Flop does in a match like this.
All right, here we go. They take the swing match. They're ahead. Prev just doing so much damage here, and you can just see it. It's just impossible. Flop's out of options. No, there's nothing he can do. It's basically like Chun-Li hopes that he can kill something, but he gets knocked off the side. That knock got huge value. And then Prev and Drake have cooldowns. Like, so even if you're getting close here, like survival instincts, he's not gonna die. Prev is Burrow, he's not gonna die. Zhang Bahai is Trio.
Freaking nanner.
No one's gonna die. So it's just checkmate. They don't have any openings here. They're out of options. They played it out for 8 minutes. They're gonna have to enable Dippy to be able to do more damage moving into the next game if this is the comp they're going to use for game number 6.
I mean, There's so many close calls in this game. It was just close call after close call. But welcome to the jungle. They're one away from closing it out. Do you think they run this composite? I actually feel like the Resto Druid Elliot looks so solid right now, and you can kind of just pair it with any melee. Like you can play a Feral. I actually think Warrior is really underrated too. Like you bring in a Fury Warrior if you wanted to. Basically any of these high DPS melee seem really strong in these games. So we'll see. And I believe too, if my memory is correct, Lone Star actually switched onto the Druid, right? In the finals.
Yeah.
He switched off of the Holy Priest onto the Druid.
He
So
multiple series doing that. It was
Yeah.
really important for his team to play Resto Druid. So Resto Druid is definitely stonks going up here in AWC Cup number 2. A lot of Holy Priests off. I feel like Zhangba had a really good game.
Friends, we gather today to see which of these bandits, these goons, these ne'er-do-wells have the right to call.
I think we definitely start as balanced, but we need to call kicks.
Only the last one standing will have earned that honor.
Sure.
And this likely won't be a clean fight. So keep your distance, eh? Are we ready? This is a night for gold cheerers!
Power infusion.
I missed mine.
Now there will be blood and
Cyclone.
patience.
Cyclone. Success.
Can I healer? Actually, sorry. Used to that being a healer. Selling everything? Or at least these two?
Cyclone.
Can I healer?
Cyclone. Success.
Good save, good save.
Can I again?
Good save, good save.
Selling all three? Selling two?
Now, there will be blood and
It's on the balance. Carrying the monk on the druid.
Cyclone.
Big damn on the druid.
you die, but not as a true culture.
Sucks not having an MS. Could have rescued you at the end. Wasn't quick enough.
Mortals, I present a lucrative opportunity for those who prove themselves worthy of the task. Many in the cartel are wagering on who are the greater combatants. Care to influence the outcome? Do
Damage
not let
stand.
the cartel down. expect a return on our investment.
Avatar. Power infusion. Spell reflection. Battle cry. Blade storm.
And the LA, whatever thing, enhance.
Spell reflection.
Rooting them. Rescuing you. I'm on the enhance for a second.
Fade.
And set him out.
Battle cry. Blade storm. Fade.
And the enhance. And the healer. I should have done that. Fuck.
Intervene.
Victory is clear. Our
Spell
bargain
reflection.
Enhance. Nope. Back on warrior.
Avatar. X. Blade storm. Fade.
victory is clear. Our
Battle cry.
bargain is up.
No way. We don't kill him here. And the healer.
Victory is clear.
Fucking grounded, dude.
Is up.
Power infusion. Intervene.
On enhance.
Mind games. Self-reflection.
Victory
Enrage
is clear.
regeneration.
Our bargain
And the warrior.
is upheld.
I'm gonna fear the healer, and I have big damage for this warrior right now.
Success.
Out of this hex. Nice. Stunning with these two, and dude, it's about to be over. It's just over, dude.
Battle cry. Blade storm. Fade. Battle cry.
And the warrior. And the. Yeah, I can get this, can I?
Mind games.
It's really unfortunate.
Spell reflection. Avatar.
Victory is clear.
And the warrior.
Our bargain is upheld.
Battle cry.
Even.
Blade storm.
By lightning lasso gets counter lightning lasso.
Hello there.
Now he has no trinket and no bark skin. If you look, Chun-Li has that conduit. He is putting out a lot of damage. And right now, Gustbusters, they have the pressure. Trev is getting low, but he pops the Bloodlust. Looking to get some counter damage here. Flop needs to be very careful. Big Lava Burst coming in. They're going after Chun-Li, but it looks like he's going to be A-OK. And I'm really worried for Zhang Bahai. Flop, if he moves in and gets a stun, it could be the game.
All right, they get Zhang behind. No bark skin, no trinket. Can they kill him? He pre-bears. It doesn't look like it. They get another stun. They catch him out of bear form with that one. Whirling Dragon Punch, but Drake gets a clone on Chun-Li. He can't stay on target. Zhang Bahai should be able to get away from this moment and recover. Dippy has no wall. And he's
I'm gonna try Ellie this time.
And you get a little bit more damage out of his character for defense. He didn't use Burrow the whole game. I'm curious as to what he exchanged that for. Maybe it's like the Sky Fury Totem to get a little bit of extra
Yeah.
damage. During his Prim wave or something like that, but Prev is getting blasted. Maybe that is the case. He burrows just in touch of death range. Such a close call for him. Flop recovers in the back line, and I think this talent change for Dippy is giving him that extra edge on these burst moments. It might actually be so important for them winning this game. Jung Bahai and Flop going at each other in bear form here. Trying to have a flex off who has the bigger bear muscles. And Flop's going to be able to possibly get a clone out of this paralyzed. He's not going to go for it. Hey, he's going for it. Oh, Jung Bahai got to immune it 1 second before it went off. Great timing from Jung Bahai. Just lines it up perfectly again with Chun-Li's assault. Flop gets wind shear.
I feared.
Being lobbed around to all 3 players. Dippy's getting low. Flop has Ancient of Lore. He's going to keep the cooldown for some time here. Tranquility instead around the corner. Innervate's up for Jung Bahai. Flop's jumping in though. He lands a full name stun. Are they going to swap to him?
This is really good. I actually have a ton of damage for this. I might wait till this thing is over, actually.
They paralyze him low. They swap back on Drake.
Okay.
Flops in tree. Get some momentum here. So he wants to try
Alright, I'm gonna fear the healer. I'm gonna go so hard on this. Can we get a sheep or something on the healer?
He's coming in. Big damage is getting dumped through. Could be the game. Insane pressure, but Drake is there. He name stuns Chun-Li. They win share the last one. They clone Chun-Li. Drake is saving Jung Bahai's hide every time.
Yeah, Drake is just MVP on defense on that melee, realizing when his team's gonna go down.
Can't interrupt that.
Deals at the right moment. Drake though getting increasingly low. Chun-Li, I love these setups once again onto Jung Bahai.
Sorry, I forgot that again.
He trinketed out of that last disorienting Aurora as well, so has no way to really escape. Another stun comes in.
Fear the healer.
Right now, he might have the Totem of Wrath of it. That's what he's playing. He's playing Totem of Wrath, so getting that additional burst damage every single time he uses that Primordial Wave. Let's see if it ends up mattering to take down Jung Bahai here. He does have the NF creep one, so he's going to use that.
Fear the alley. On the warrior.
At the same time, though, Dippy's getting low. It is a race to the finish.
On the priest. Fear the priest.
It ended at 8 minutes.
Dude, we can switch priest. We can switch priest.
This is when the healers are really going to start stressing.
I'm back on the alley. I got that one too. Nice.
Comes in from Preb. Preb has a huge lead on damage. Dippy needs to do something about that right now or it's game over. Can they manage to close out the game? Preb burrows to escape death. Dippy walls as well to stall out the match towards himself as well. They do have a tiny mana advantage. That talent change from Flop is actually going to work out for him even with this gap in damage. Here comes a Primo Wave into a Ascendance for Dippy. He gets a proc at the most opportune moment. Jung Bahai Barkskins and Iron Barks. He's rotting down. Cyclones are coming through, but Drake gets another one on Dippy. Chun-Li gets cloned up by Zhang. Flop jumps into the mix to stun Fred and slow down his damage a bit here. Allow Chun-Li to get some uptime. There's the crank kick, but Dippy's low again. Flop, what's he going to do? He doesn't have a lot of options. Nature Swiftness doesn't really do a lot. 45% dampening damage is mounting.
I'm fear the warrior.
And it looks like it is going to be welcome to the Zhang taking cup number 2.
Wow. I mean, the game
That big damage.
Dustbusters, but welcome to the jungle. They just hold on.
Fear the healer.
Get that MVP play coming back.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
An amazing performance here.
Yeah, I'm on warrior.
Welcome to the jungle. They beat them at their own game. Like this isn't what they had.
You hear me this?
And the blind pick, they were playing the Mage Holy Priest.
Fuck.
It wasn't going well. They switch over with Zhang on the Resto Druid. They bring in Preb on the Elemental Shaman, and they go the distance. They get the win. I mean, that was very impressive performance.
Ran out of options again. It's too deep in dampening. Damage difference too big. Flop can't heal anymore. I think it's also the cooldown cycle differently, right? It's easier to line up with a window for the Feral Druid. The bleed damage is just so much higher. You know what's hitting, right? Like, you know what spells are going to hit you hard. You can knock the Fist of Fury. You can trade on the images. You can trade on the Zwen. But with the Feral Druid, it's just you're kind of taking damage the whole time. So it is a bit different in that sense for both these Druids to heal. But it's just like they were so close. They actually had the mana advantage. They just didn't have cooldowns.
I think welcome to the jungle. Just one. Make this my last game, I think.
Come back. They want their empire to remain in power as they take cup number 2. And I feel like the leaderboard, like, I'm trying to just even picture it because it's like so many different teams did so well this week compared to the first week, and there's only 3 cups. It's like this has got to be the closest leaderboard I think AWC might have ever had in a season as far as points.
Both regions too.
Yeah, for both
it's
regions.
not just North America.
Dude, I would love for Lontar's team to
Wild days.
beat Echo. What Busky? How you doing, man?
Final damage breakdown here of welcome.
Thank you for the follow, Dawes. By the way, I missed you earlier.
But they are going to take that victory 4-2. And that was such a crazy way to end the day for sure. What was it? Wait.
Got a chance to play with Dippy the other day. He pumps on the alley for sure. Yeah. It's crazy how good some of those top players in AWC are. Just shut the dev down when he's in Dragon Rage. Probably go ass him most of the time.
Dragon range. Tip failed.
Bring the dragon.
Flame. Leap off. Leap off. Success.
Bring the dev.
Flame. Flame.
Bring the dev down. I'm fearing the healer. Yep. Can't get you.
Flame. Leap off. Success. Leap off. Success. Leap off. Success. Fearing glare.
Nice and nice. That would have been insane. It still was insane, but yep. Alright, I'm kind of trolling you.
Fearing glare. Flame. Flame. Flame.
Bring the healer. I thought I went really low. Nice, nice. Well, let's get it out. Nice. Good one to end on. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my sound setup. It like wasn't sending stuff to the right areas, so I wasn't able to adjust it. I'll have to figure it out next stream. One more. You did more than me on the leaderboard. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what the leaderboard said. Trent's, Ice Walls. No, can't. Trent's would be yours. I don't know.
Mortals, I present a lucrative opportunity for those who prove themselves worthy of the task. Many in the cartel
Curse of Tongues or Havoc.
who are the greater combatants. Care to influence the outcome?
I think I'm gonna start going in a little bit quicker because I feel like giving them too much.
We expect a return on our investment.
Battle plan. Avatar. Cyclone. Battle plan.
You're in the Druid.
Blade storm. Cyclone. Success. Cyclone.
No matter
Success.
Back on the lock.
Reflection.
You're in the Druid. I'm gonna lock.
Fear. Success.
Pick whatever was right after. And the warrior.
Battle cry. Second wind.
Yep.
Spell reflection. Blade storm.
Yep. Bro, I'm just getting fucking.
Spell reflection. Success. Battle cry.
I'll try. I'm
Success.
gonna rescue out of this. I can't get close enough to the healer without getting CC'd myself.
Spell reflection.
Just pop Dragon Rage in front of him.
Success. Battle cry. Nether ward. Success. Fear. Success.
And there's Lock have to be so far away from his port.
Lock wall. Spell reflection. Success. Success. Cyclone. Success.
Ran the Druid.
Fear. Success. Fear.
Druid instant trinket.
Spell reflection.
Yep. I have a stun that I can probably get a fear out of. I'm gonna start with a fear on the lock.
Blade storm. Nether ward.
Okay, fear in the Druid.
Battle cry. Fear. Success.
I'm dead.
Spell reflection.
I have a stun go in like 10 seconds.
Fear.
No.
Blade storm.
Yeah, I'm stunning and going super hard, I guess, on the warrior.
Battle cry. Fear.
No matter who
Success.
And the Druid.
Enrage regeneration.
Fear into a fear.
Success.
Do a fear.
Avatar. Spell reflection.
victory
Intervene.
is clear. Our bargain is uphill.
Oh, dude. Ran the Druid. Big damage on the lock.
Fear.
Getting feared across a fucking map. Ran the Druid.
Fear. Success.
Can you give me this fear? You.
Intervene.
And the Druid. Okay.
Fear.
And the druid or warlock.
Victory is clear.
Success.
Our bargain is upheld.
Self-reflection.
And the druid. Can't stop it.
Success. Second wind. Fear.
Just done.
Success. Fear.
Oh, dude, he fucking. That's insane.
Self-reflection.
I'm on the lock right now. I have big damage next time I get on CC. I'm gonna try to get CC on the druid and go really hard on the lock. Oh my god.
No matter who wins, we profit.
Dude, he feared and it went off
No matter who
after I had hit deep breath, but it canceled my deep breath.
Second wind.
And like, yeah, just stopped it. Or they went off at the same time and it just canceled my deep breath. So just lost that huge 1 minute cooldown. All right. I have it happen a lot, actually. GG's. That was a fun game, even though it was.
quick, please. We have a tight schedule. Returning to task.
The way it was. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Bye everyone in stream. Thanks for hanging out. I'll send you over to. I missed like so many fire breaths too, I feel like, especially my tips. Wait, ticks. What do I know this name? Oh, is this Amphi? Raid Kavlal. Y'all enjoy. Have a good one. Oh shit, he's playing with OCD, bros. He's playing with OCD. Dude, I'm jealous. These games are probably insane.